Record number of Australians sign ex-PMs call for Murdoch inquiry.
Here's a summary of the article.
News Corp Australia controls 70% of local newspaper circulation. Among recent controversies, News Corp's titles have been accused of minimising the role of climate change in reporting last summer's bushfires, and publishing some misleading reports about the spread of coronavirus and the effect of lockdowns in Australia. Its newspapers are among the best-selling in Australia. Mr Rudd's petition calls for a royal commission, Australia's highest form of public inquiry, into the abuse of media monopoly in Australia, in particular by the Murdoch media. Locally, Mr Murdoch owns 14 of 21 metropolitan daily and weekend newspapers, plus radio stations, TV channel Sky News Australia and top-read site news.com. News Corp Australia also has the only metropolitan newspapers in Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania and the Northern Territory. Another recent ex-Prime Minister, Malcolm Turnbull, has also consistently criticised Mr Murdoch's power over Australia's two major political parties.
This post received a score of 10,000, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
No one should be allowed to own anywhere near 70% of any country's press. Jesus Christ.
But what about his free speech? If you're rich you get more speech. Because it's free.
People will have to ask themselves if they prefer anarchic free speech or authentic opinions. I personally think deception should be frowned upon. Money shouldn't be able to buy the impression of mass acceptance. And yet the Australian press hasn't reported on it.
This is the entire problem with them. The media here as an Australian is awful.
Start another one. Or start supporting another one.
Dear Aussies, good luck. Sincerely, a citizen of one of many countries Murdoch has fucked up.
We'll get the cunt, don't worry.
How much death is at the indirect hands of the Murdoch family? I'm not familiar with Australian local events, but I am quite familiar with American news, particularly Fox News. How much damage has their propaganda, manipulation, and altering of the facts caused? Talking heads have sat on those shows during prime time and filled people's heads with fear-mongering and hate to the point that we have half the country completely okay with a president that botched COVID, that botched immigration, that botched the economy, botched climate change, taxes, business, etc. I can't help but wonder where our country would be, how much more progress there would be, if we didn't have a media empire solely dedicated to whatever Murdoch and money want it to be dedicated to. I hope they are able to take him and his empire down. From a country that barely survived Murdoch's influence, I wish you the best in your efforts to prosecute him and break apart his empire.
I'm Australian. I signed.
For someone out of the loop, what's the Murdoch press telling Australians to think about this?
They're literally associating ex-PM Rudd with Epstein and, get this, Hunter Biden, whilst ignoring the petition altogether from what I've seen. They are gutter trash, an absolute blight on democracy. Forget Russian meddling, forget Trump, these things only succeed because of the foundations laid by this organization.
We need to do this in the US.
This guy is a PR whore. The reason your feed is full of irrelevant crap about the royals, the Kardashians and fat fuck Wilson bullshit is his fault. The press should be the third power. Australia is a gown-up country. We deserve a serious and respectful press. Tabloids shouldn't exist. Guys like Murdoch and the rest of the MSM are the reason countries are so politically divided when really we're all just people trying to live our lives.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.